Well, dude, tonight I have a feeling it's going to be one of those free-form shows again.
I hope so.
We, obviously the big news in music this week was, of course, the sham that is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed with that article that Chuck Klosterman had written about his love of Kiss.
Yeah, that was really good, wasn't it?
That was so well thought out. That guy did not miss one angle at all.
No, he got it all.
And I like the way that he assessed all the albums, even down to the solo work of the individual Kiss members.
I love the Peter Criss one. This was an album by Peter Criss.
Right. And I like the fact that he gave, Sonic Boom an F?
Yeah.
And he gave Gene Simmons' Asshole an F?
Yeah. Well, they are bad.
I know they're bad, but it was just funny to see him grade those albums, with the grades he gave them.
Yeah, that's the only thing. The only place I would argue with him even a little bit was Sonic Boom was better than Crazy Nights.
Right.
I mean, by far. But he gave Crazy Nights, I think, a C-.
Sure. Well, I tried to hit him up on the Twitter and see if he'd have an interest in coming on and talking about it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I didn't get a response. So
look at you tweeting.
Well, that was the only way I saw any contact for him.
Nice.
I didn't see an email address or anything, but he's pretty active on his Twitter, I guess.
Yeah, just not to you.
No, well, again, that was this morning, so I was just I just read it today.
Right, he might not see it for days.
That's true. So I was impressed with that. So I guess we could talk about that a little bit too.
Sure.
I don't know that there's a whole lot of commentary, because I guess it kind of they were inducted with little to no fanfare.
Right.
They just went up and accepted their award and moved on.
Yep, they didn't give a fuck.
Right. So anyway, that's what's going on in the Classic Metal Show tonight. Just the Mekong Delta interview and little chit-chatter about different things. So it looks like the fans may have to steer the show tonight.
Well, that's good because we've got 4 hours of Tom booked.
Oh, I see our good friend Tony from Kansas City is in the chat room. I saw that he posted a picture of himself and Nader the Priest.
Yeah, he did.
So he got to run into Nader at the pre-show or the cruise party, I guess.
Sure. Dude, you know who we have to talk? I'm going back to Kiss for a second. You know who we have to talk about tonight? Our old friends, the Kiss Freaks.
Yeah, where did they go?
Well, they're around. They're on my Facebook.
Okay.
They traveled from Australia to go to the Rock
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wow. Well,
they went to the dinner. They went to some show or something. They were on Jimmy Fallon. If you watched Jimmy Fallon, I think it was last night, you could see Kylie's red hair right there in the front row, right in front of Paul.
Wow.
Dude, they have been having a week. They've been taking all these pictures that they've been running around New York.
Sure.
And they went to the Rock Hall thing, and then Kiss played last night on Fallon, so they were there. And
wow, look at them.
I'm like, God damn, those two must make a fortune.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's got to be a 10-grand trip, doesn't it?
Right.
Oof.
Easily.
That's an expensive month, I guess, a week.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh.
What was that? Oh, when we did that Talking Metal thing a few weeks ago where the one guy had written in and said he was flying to New York and he was going to stay in the Brooklyn or something. It goes, oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he was coming from what, like California or something?
Yeah, that was something.
That was something. Our fans come from Australia.
Yeah, they come from the other side of the planet.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow, cool.
Well, that's interesting. I haven't seen the Kiss Freaks in quite a while.
I know they still listen. I just don't think they chat because they do hit me up every once in a while. So, don't know, man.
Tony, why don't you just type your question in the chat room there? But if you want to send an email, just send request at theclassicmetalshow.com. I don't know what he's about a song I played on the Ron Keel show.
He doesn't want the email address. He wants the phone number.
Oh, the phone number?
Yeah.
How could he forget it? He was the most notorious hang-up guy ever. If you want the phone number, get ready to write. It's 800-497-5891. 800-497-5891.
Right.
So if he wants to call in, I'd be glad to talk to Tony. It's like old home week since we haven't had Tony on the show in a long time. Yeah,
no kidding. He could talk about the rock cruise.
Yeah, he's probably got all kinds of info about that since he went.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. I've had this forever, too.
Hello? The CMS phone lines are now open. Give us a call at 1-800-497-5891 and let your opinion be heard. Call now. It's 1-800-497-5891.
The Classic Metal Show.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up? This is Tony from Kansas
City. Hey,
it's
Tony from Kansas City. Long time no speak.
How you guys doing?
We're doing. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing fantastic. Listen, I wore my rec shirt and got many props, and I spread the gospel of the CMS to many, many people.
And did they look at you like you lost your mind and they went, who?
No, you'd be surprised. Many people came up to me and asked me, hey, are you Tony from Kansas City?
Wow. So, look at you.
Yeah. So, no, just want to say hi to all the people that I ran into. CMS Amy Rocks is a true doll. But you guys knew that.
Mm-hmm.
We love Amy.
And, but no, listen, I was going to ask you the question about the Ron Keel show. You played a song by a group that kind of sounded like Wasp right before the Rat song.
Was it Red Rain? Was it a new song, Red Rain? Or
It was.
Well, we had my good friend. I've played their music on the show for years, way back in 2001, I believe. They sent me their CD. They were called Seth at the time, and I often played the song Demons. Well, they've got a couple new members now, so they've changed their name to Red Rain, and they've got a new CD out called Chasing Shadows. And we had my good friend drummer Sammy Lee on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the song was something like American Strange or something like that.
Oh, no. That's New American Shame. That's who you're looking for, New American Shame.
And what's the name of the band?
New American Shame.
Okay.
And the name of the song is just called American Shame.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
They were a one-and-done band. It was one of those bands I was really promoting hard when they came out with that, and right after that CD and their tour with Megadeth, they broke up.
Wow. No, thanks for the discovery. I had a chance to talk to Ron, and he just can't say enough great things about you guys. One of the things that he mentioned was Chris's production work and how quick he was to turn out shows. He actually shared that with me last year when you did a show for him. So,
well, I am amazing. Let's just put it that way.
and he reiterated that. But he really gave nothing but great props to you. I spent a lot of time talking to Nader and bonding with Krieger, Alan Krieger, the drummer for London.
Right.
I brought my Jafrir album, and he signed it for me. Along with, I got to meet Craig Goldie and Chuck Wright on the cruise. And anyway, a lot of endless stories, man. It's a lot of fun. You guys should make it.
Well, talk about the cruise a little bit, Tony. I mean, who was good? Who wasn't good? What? Come on, give us the scoop.
By far, Winery Dogs, Loudness, Quiet Riot, Jizzy did an amazing job.
Cool.
I know you guys interviewed Frankie Benelli before. I had a chance to talk to him, and just a very down-to-earth person.
He's a nice guy, but he kind of took a hard-on against us for some reason.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but the last time I talked to Frankie was when he was having trouble with Blackie Lawless over the drumming credits on was that 2 CD set, Chris?
Anyway, I don't remember. The Crimson Idol.
No. No, the last 2 CDs that he put out.
Neon Gods.
Yeah, Neon Gods.
Okay.
They were having a dispute about the Neon Gods, and Blackie came on the show and said that he did all the drum tracks, and Frankie said that he had done the drum tracks, but Blackie wanted him to do the touring, and he couldn't do it. And so Blackie just told him, then screw you.
Wow.
And then if you remember CC Banana, who committed suicide a couple years ago.
Yeah, he's a really good friend of Ted Poley. And
yeah.
Anyway, but please.
Well, he reiterated the questions that I asked Frankie to Frankie Banali, and he really took offense to that. And it was just like, I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. And he just got all, tight-lipped. And whenever I've tried to talk to him, he says, like, nice talking to you, dude. Just like real quick like that. Like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Wow.
So.
It happens.
Well, this was the 3rd year. They brought a bigger ship for the event. It sold out, just like the previous ones. I took part in a cooking, like an Iron Chef contest. I was on the team with 2 members from Kix and 2 members from Faster Pussycat, and we got first place.
Wow!
I took place.
The guy that you were cooking with, it wasn't that bass player that couldn't stay awake to do a gig, right?
No, it was Jimmy Chocolate, the drummer, who's actually a chef in real life.
Well, you lucked out.
So the drummer, it was a lot of fun. Tammy was on our team, but surprise, surprise, the guy was at the bar most of the time.
Was he wearing all his goth makeup?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and post a picture of us, of our team, on the Facebook page. I'll also post up a link. There was a Kiss jam, and I went ahead and put the jean makeup on, and I played bass to Deuce. So I
watched that. You actually did a good job. You and the whole and that band. You guys actually sounded pretty good for just fucking around. That was pretty solid.
Well, thank you. It was. I didn't know any of the guys. They just we just went in there and did it. So on a little side note, I normally play on a 4-string bass, but the instrument that they provided was a 5-string. So I was like, oh shit, the neck's bigger, the strings are closer together. The only thing I had to remember, just ignore the top string and just do it like I practiced. It was fun.
Well, here's the question, Tony. I looked at that video and I saw all the pictures of you in the makeup. Did you make the shirt before you left on the cruise?
Yes, I made that shirt.
Dude, Neeley, you got to see this shirt. He made it's the initials Monsters of Rock Cruise, MORC.
Okay.
But he made it in Kiss lettering.
Oh, nice.
So he's wearing this sort of Kiss shirt, and he's in full makeup jamming, and all the other guys are like in jeans and T-shirts and whatever, and there's Tony in full makeup rocking out.
Nice.
It's a fun video, actually. I wish I'd have been there for that. That looked fun.
Now, Tony, did you go to this by yourself?
Yes, but the thing is, I met up with many, many friends.
Well,
Please don't
cool.
bring up Tracy.
I'm not
Please
bringing that up.
Tracy.
I'm just asking the question, dude. I mean, it's just, it's, I don't know. For me personally, if I had a steady chick or whatever and she just didn't ever want to participate, I don't know. I'd feel kind of sad. But as long as she had a good time.
I have a blast, and I met up with many friends, and, yeah, they're like family to me now.
Well, there you go.
So did you enjoy my Ron Keel takeover show?
I did. And Chris, I enjoyed yours too. So, but no, Neeley, again, Ron has nothing but respect for you guys, and they love being, mates with you on the Spreaker and such.
Cool. Well, we like Ron.
So, speak for yourself.
But anyway, guys, I hope you guys can make it one year. We'd love to have you. Again, I was wearing the rec shirt, representing the CMS, and ran into many, many listeners.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's very cool.
All right.
I like that.
I just want to say, hail and keel.
All right.
Fuck you, pal. Hands up.
All right, Tony. There he goes.
Quick exit.
Yep, out of here. You're not hanging up on me, pal. I'm hanging up on you.
We haven't hung up on anybody in a while, have we?
We really haven't had too many people on the phone aside. Tim hasn't even called in a long time. Several weeks.
It's been nice, hasn't it?
Well, sounds like Tony had a great time.
Yeah, dude, I looked at everybody's videos and stuff. I'm fascinated by that cruise. I don't know why I didn't go this year. I should have gone. Maybe next year.
Right.
Next year, the headliner already makes me not want to go. The headliner for next year is Europe.
Yeah, I heard Ron talking about it on the streets. I listened to his episode today, and I heard that that's who's going to headline.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. That seems like a lot of money to go see Europe. But then again, so does $10.
Well, I know the few times that you've interviewed Joey Tempest, you've actually enjoyed the interview.
Nice guy. Dude, you know how many bands I say this about? That nice guy, but I hate their music.
Yeah.
It's most of the guys is for whatever reason. If I don't like their music, they're usually decent.
Sure.
It's sad that most of the guys that I do end up hating are fucking guys whose music I actually sort of dig.
Exactly.
I really fucking, and that makes it really tough. Like Motley Crue, I loved Motley Crue in the day. Now I can't fucking listen to them.
Yeah. Well, I think you just outgrew them.
I think I met them, and they were such dicks that I just don't want to support them anymore.
Sure. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, this is an incredible time right now for me. You guys are my fucking idols.
Well, you gotta turn your radio or whatever you're listening to us down.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Yeah. Hey, this is an incredible honor for me. Both you guys, I love both you guys, and I was all freaked out when you guys said someone was leaving the show, and I just can't tell you how much Saturday nights mean to me.
Well, who are you, dude?
Yeah, I appreciate everything you guys do for music. I am a bassist, drummer, and guitar, and I just want to say thank you. You guys mean the world to me, and I can't appreciate you guys more.
All right.
That's all I have to say. Thank you very much, man, and I listen all the time, and I love you.
Okay. Well, who are you?
John Rufo from Newton, Massachusetts.
Okay, and what is it we do for music there, John?
You guys represent everything that I grew up with in my childhood. Music, the knowledge, and everything, the insight in metal, and you guys are actually very funny, too.
All right, John.
So
Go ahead.
I really appreciate you guys, and I love you both.
Okay, well, I was expecting the slam to come at any minute, but okay, you sound sincere.
No, it's not. No slam. All I got to say is hand jobs. Good night.
All right, John.
All right, John, check it in.
Yeah, good guy. Like you, I was expecting the drill to come any second, you know.
Oh, I wrote it right in the thing. Here it comes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we represent everything he grew up with in childhood, whatever that is.
Yeah, fantastic.
I don't know about you. I grew up with like Batman and Green Acres and, you know, that kind of stuff. But okay, cool.
Glad to hear it. Hey,
I'm not sure. I'm not good at taking compliments usually, but that was interesting.
Yeah, really, that was good. We'll take that.
Sure. Well, that'll offset the negative emails we got this week.
What's funny though is the both of us were like, "Oh God, here it comes."
It's the setup.
Here comes the big setup for you guys suck fucking cock.
Right. Whoever that you would expect it to be, kind of like that goofball, that Beavis guy.
Beavis, yeah, I was trying to think of what that dick's name was.
Beavis 9 or whatever he calls himself.
Yeah, whatever, that fucking douche from Threshold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, I'm ready for a drink.
Yeah, me too.
Look at that, the courtship of Neeley's father. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Wow. All right, well, I'm going to go get a drink, play a couple of tunes. We'll get Mekong Delta on the phone.
Cool.
And we'll knock that out. So if you're listening to the Classic Metal Show live, like Tony and John and the rest of the people in the chat room, come on over to chatandkill.com, chatandkill.com. And I notice over there, since you've allowed the Spreaker to start up the stream, to carry the Spreaker live, I noticed that we get quite a few listeners on the Spreaker stream.
We do get, what, a few hundred a week or something, don't we?
Well, I'm talking about the live stream during the show.
Oh, okay.
You know, when right now we're broadcasting live on the Spreaker.
Sure.
And I noticed that anywhere between 40 and 60 people tune in over there on the Spreaker stream.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Which is cool.
It, so that's good.
And then we had a pretty decent week over at the Spreaker. We were I think we're going close to 35 to 4,000 downloads this week, just this week alone.
Yeah, we roll.
Well, I like it. I love the Spreaker, but I don't like their new app. Did you download the new app for the iPhone?
No, is it bad?
Well, the thing is that you could just scroll through the shows real easy, and you could find like the CMS like about anywhere from 8 or 10 shows down.
Okay.
Now they've made the app where it has the categories now.
Oh, so you got to go to the right category?
Yeah, and then if you do go to the right category, they only list like 10 shows.
Oh, so we're just out of reach.
Yeah, so then you have to go to the search.
Oh.
You have to search for it. So you're not just going to find it at random. You have to search for it.
They were doing so good.
I know. So they updated the app this week, and they made it more like the website.
Okay.
So it just doesn't. It's not as easy to find the show.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I have it set as I think a favorite or something. I forget how I use it, but I mean I'm in front of the computer all the time. And to be honest, I rarely listen back to what we do. I got to listen to you tell me about the stats.
Well, I listen in the car. That's the thing.
Right.
And, since the shoe has been added, and since Bob Nalbandian puts the Couch of Metal up there now, which, by the way, I listened to last week's episode of that. That was fun.
Yeah, it was. Dude, we had a fun time that night. We had a good time.
And then, I listened to, that's my listening in the car.
Okay.
Being that I use my iPhone and pipe it through the car stereo.
Right.
That's what I listen to. I don't listen to radio at all.
Yeah.
So everything's through the Spreaker.
Yeah, I know. I had a bad interaction with Spreaker this week, too. Must be going around. Because I emailed them because we're starting to get kind of full.
Okay.
Do that or not, but we're not full up yet, but we're like 70% full.
Okay.
Even with all the extended space that you bought.
Yeah, so you want to know how to maybe eliminate some of the older stuff?
Yeah, and it's going to be a real pain in the fucking balls.
Yeah, like you can't pull up all the shows like on one page and then like put a check mark next to the ones you want to delete. You have to
you have to fucking click more. I'm like, and I told the guy, I was like, dude, we have 600 fucking things.
Yeah.
How long it's going to take to get 600 fucking things loaded, 10 at a time?
Sure.
It's going to take a fucking half hour just to load the shit.
Right.
And I told the guy, I said, that's fucking really not good.
Right.
But is what it is. So, believe me, I'm not going to do it until we hit like 90%.
Sure.
Because a lot of people seem to go and dig the old stuff, too. Yeah. So,
well, we got, we're, come end of August or the 1st of September, we'll have 2 years worth up there.
Yeah. And we will have 2 full years, I'm thinking.
Easily.
I'm not thinking we're going to fill up the extra 30% between now and August.
No. But I do love the Spreaker, man. So if you haven't checked out the Spreaker, go over to Spreaker.com, and all you have to do is type in this. It's Spreaker.com/CMS Rocks.
Right.
And it's so easy. I think that's what I like about it the best. It's because it's so easy.
It is simple.
It's not like iTunes where you have to go search for it and then you have to go download it and you have to go do, it's just like you just go to the Spreaker, find it, and hit play.
Yeah, I just wish that more people would discover Spreaker and stop going to iTunes because I'd love to get rid of iTunes. But
sure.
necessary evil in our world.
Yeah. So if you got a smartphone, iPhone, they have an app for all the phones, all the platforms out there. You can just go there and play it.
Yeah. No, it's great.
I dig it. All right. Well, let's see here. You got a song you'd like to hear?
Did you grab the new Ed Guy?
Yes, I did.
I would like to hear their cover of Rock Me Amadeus.
Oh, really? I didn't even get to listen to the new Ed Guy yet.
It's actually not a bad album. It's pretty good.
Okay.
The cover is pretty fun. So,
all right.
We'll give something. We'll give everybody something that they're either going to love or really hate.
That guy died, right?
Yeah, Falco.
Yeah, he died of like a heart attack down in South America or something like that.
Yeah, another dead one.
Right. What's the name of the new one? Is it Vainglory Opera?
No, Space Police.
Oh, that's right. Here it is. There it is. Rock Me Amadeus, huh?
Yeah, it's actually a really good album. Pretty solid.
All right.
But I just like the cover.
Sure.
So maybe they should do a full album.
Yeah, there we go. Just do all covers, man. That would be so cool.
Right. Look at Psycho Postman. Fuck Falco, gay German fucker.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. All right, well, let's play some Ed Guy, and we'll get Mekong and Delta on the phone, and we'll talk to them.
Sounds good.
All right, well, here it is. This is brand new Ed Guy, brand new CD called Space Police. Look, they beat Ace Frehley to the title.
Yeah, well, they probably... Ace probably hates him now because they stole that name from him.
Right. So here it is. This is the Falco cover. Rock Me Amadeus exclusively here.
On your classic metal show.